Sometimes I find the innovation within the tools we use to create art can also be a hindrance to the process. Don't get me wrong, I love gear. I love new tech, new lenses, new cameras. I'm happy to have better resolution, better color, better cameras. The fact that we have so many options to create art is incredible. What I'm talking about is when the gear gets in the way of really thinking about the art that you are creating. Maybe it's my love of old films, old photographs, and that hands-on, tactile approach to creativity. Right now, practically anyone can take their phone out of their pocket and snap a quick photo of something they liked or wanted to remember for later. And at its core, that's the essence of photography. But that ease, that access, that immediacy, it may help you yield a larger amount of photos, but is it really helping you yield overall better photos? This is part of the reason why I am out today. It's cold. It's winter in Toronto, and this year especially, we've seen so little sun. It has gotten to a point where I don't bother to open the curtains in the morning due to the expectation that it will be the same gray it has been for weeks and weeks on end. Today, I am embracing that gray. And, of course, the sun decided to say hello. So, instead, I am embracing the slower time of the year and using this time to slow down the process just a little bit. I have my Fujifilm XT5 with me today, a modern camera with some modern advancements. It has excellent stabilization, resolution, and autofocus. Today I want to talk about that and maybe how autofocus can get in the way of taking more meaningful photos. I brought along a vintage Soviet lens. It's a 28mm f2.8 lens which was produced in large quantities for a Russian half-frame camera in the 1960s to, I think, the 90s. This is an Industar 69, and it cost about $15 on eBay. Most notably, this lens is tiny, optically imperfect, and, importantly, fully manual. I came up with this film simulation because I wanted to capture what the Cold War in Soviet Russia felt like. This is in no way an accurate illustration of the time, but simply an elevated approach to making a look. The green hue, the heavy grain, the sense that something was off. I shot these photos manually because it felt accurate to the time that this lens was made. Thankfully, a Fujifilm camera still maintains that hands-on approach. Most of these photos were shot around f5.6 to f8, with the shutter between 250 and 1000. When I could, I kept my ISO at 100, but I cheated here or there to achieve the exposure I was going for. I approached the photos today with a sense of isolation, some distance, some mystery. Because I was using this lens manually, you don't have the benefit or crutch of autofocus to do some of the work for you. You have to slow down and wait for moments, focus, wait, refocus, and finally, maybe, just maybe, you'll make a piece of art that resonates with someone. Maybe yourself, maybe no one. But you took the time to get the shot, and that's what I felt like exercising today. Because art can feel isolating at times. Art can make you feel like it is you against the world. And for the most part, that is really our own personal anxieties and insecurities bubbling up. When creatives are expected to churn out content in a rapid-fire way, It can feel very refreshing to slow down and let art take the time that it requires. So, I'm not telling you to sell all of your modern lenses or equipment or those tools that help you make your art. I'm only suggesting that we consider slowing down for a moment to really examine the art that we put out into the world and accept the fact that your art is your own expression of the journey that we are all on together. On this channel, I don't try to teach people how to do anything. I have an expectation that if you are watching my videos, you at least have an interest in photography, whether you like my photos or not. I simply appreciate you coming along on my journey and wanted to thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, adios.